darkness envelops Desmond Hall. A star shines in the sky, pulsating like a human heart, but bringing evil to Jean-Paul Desmond. And though the curtains of night envelop the ancient mansion, neither secrecy nor night can conceal the torments within Desmond Hall. For Jean-Paul has turned on the young woman he has sworn to protect, and he is powerless to disobey the evil signals that tells him to kill.
We haven't talked for such a long time. It's time that you and I were alone, Holly. Just you and I.
What is it, Jean-Paul? You look so...
No, stay. Stay where you are.
But I wanted to go downstairs. I couldn't sleep.
Holly, I will help you to sleep. Come along to your room. Sleep.
Everywhere I look, there seems to be confusion. Things that disturb me. Remember you said that when we came to Desmond Hall, it would mean peace? That seems to mean nothing but agony for me.
I know, Holly dear, but you must rest. Rest now. And I promise you, I will do my best to see that you get the peace that you seek.
You're so nice to me. And you always are, aren't you?
Holly. Holly, I had to talk to you before I went to sleep.
Yes, Erica?
Helena. Jean-Paul, you must teach this young girl to remember who I am. Although I know you are fond of Erica. You don't want to hear this girl-to-girl talk. I know how boring it can be for a man.
No.
Leave us alone, Jean-Paul. We'll see you in the morning.
No.
I am asking you to leave us alone.
Good night.
Jean-Paul?
Good night, Jean-Paul. Poor man. So kind, so sweet. I worry about him, I really do.
Helena, what was it you wanted to talk about?
Nothing, really. Everything's all right. It's quite all right. Come, we'll talk in the morning. You're tired. Now sleep. Good night. And if you want anything, you will call me, won't you?
Yes, I will. Good night.
Good night, Holly.
You're so kind, so sweet. You see, Philip, there are other men as attractive as you are. Only they have the advantage of being real flesh and blood men. Jean-Paul does find me attractive. He does like me. He really does. Do you know? He really does.
Master, where have you been?
Nowhere. Nowhere.
I was detained talking to Mrs. Hatter. Master, I warned you of the danger.
Yes. But the danger is almost ended. Soon everyone will know my secret. Everyone will know the curse. And then there will be a punishment which is meant for murderers.
No, you mustn't let that happen. They will not touch you. I will give my life before...
Axel, you are a good and faithful servant. But a servant needs somebody to devote a life to. I'm not worthy.
You are a Desmond, and I have always served the Desmonds.
I am a powerless murderer.
You are a good man, consumed by forces over which you have no control.
Axel, just now, I stood behind Holly, my hands reaching for her throat. I could kill. I could have choked her. And then Helena Raleigh came into the room.
She saw you?
Yes. And she made me see myself attacking a girl that I promised to protect. She saved Holly's life.
She witnessed your secret? Jean-Paul, my master is very weary, Miss Raleigh. What is it you want? To talk to him? To assure him that I am his friend. You know that, don't you, Jean-Paul? I'm devoted to you and to your secrets.
Raxel is right. I'm very tired. I think...
Well, Jean-Paul, awake at this hour? Raxel, I thought you'd gone to pack Miss Blair's things. And, who is this charming young lady?
I am Helena Raleigh. How do you do?
Irene Hatter, since Jean-Paul is too weary to perform the introductions.
Raxel, would you go and pack Miss Blair's things?
Master?
I'm all right. I tell you, I'm all right.
Such devotion. I find it very touching.
Master, the sky is empty.
Thank you, Raxel.
Provides weather reports, too.
I'll say goodnight to Miss Emily.
Well, Miss Raleigh, I've seen your posters in Desmonton, but I've never been fortunate enough to see you on stage.
I've retired from the theater, Mrs. Hatter.
Oh, how unfortunate. For me.
But how fortunate for me. After all, the applause of an audience can't equal the charms and comforts of Desmond Hall.
Oh, you're staying here then?
Indefinitely.
I see.
No, I don't think you do.
You've retired, and you're staying as a guest of Jean-Paul. And a very charming guest, I might add. You light up the old house.
I thank you.
One thing I don't understand. Your plans. What are your plans, Miss Raleigh?
My plans? I plan, my dear Mrs. Hatter, to become mistress of Desmond Hall.
The star has faded, Master.
Thank God for that.
The Raleigh woman. I do not trust her, even though she may say she will keep your secret.
I've told you, Axel, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I am tired of living a secret life. I am tired of hiding. And I am tired of dreading that wretched star.
Master.
Oh, Raxel, I don't want any more secrets. No more secrets!
Master.
More secrets? Oh, I can hardly keep up with them. I was in a play once in which so many corpses littered the stage I hardly knew where to move, whether to open a closet or into the window seat. It is a bit of a muchness, isn't it?
You may go, Raxel.
Good night, dear Raxel. Good night. A jolly servant, that one. If I were you, Jean-Paul, I'd let her go. Who can stand so much gloom?
I couldn't do that.
I see. A tried and true retainer. You're a very loyal man.
I try.
Have they left yet? Emily and Mrs. Hatter?
Yes, Laszlo drove them.
Do you think that's wise? Well, Emily's a very disturbed girl.
That's why I think it's wise. I think she should be away from Desmond Hall for a time.
With Mrs. Hatter?
We've known Irene for a long time.
As with many people you've known for a long time, I find her strange.
You seem very adept at making judgments, Miss Raleigh.
I'm sorry. I apologize. So used to studying character, it's a difficult habit to break. I'm wondering, for instance, why a man with a fine background, a spacious mansion, protective servants, and a tradition of honor, why should such a man stand behind a young girl and prepare to choke her?
Yes?
Are you all right, Miss Holly?
I'm fine, thank you, Raxel.
The house is very disturbed tonight,
Is it?
but you seem serene.
I've been thinking, Raxel. I've decided that I have to change my life. I have to make my own decisions and not be afraid anymore.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Miss Holly. I'm leaving Quito outside your door until morning
Why?
to guard you.
Quito, that's very kind of you, but really, it isn't necessary.
Quito will do as I say. Good night, Miss Holly. Sleep.
Quito, just a minute. I'd like to talk to you. Quito, you've seen Philip Desmond, I know that. And you mustn't be frightened by him. Ghost or spirit, dead or alive, he has no power over me, or over you either. Quito, if you ever see him again, I don't care what you do to him. Do you understand me? He's a cruel person, Quito. He's wicked.
But I sympathize with you, Jean-Paul. I really do. I can't ignore a mystery, now can I? If we're to be friends, and we are friends, then I must be honest with you, and you with me. Jean-Paul, why did you want to kill Holly tonight?
I don't know. I didn't know that I was.
You're lying to me.
I am not lying. It is just simply that I cannot explain, and you could not possibly understand.
But I'm trying to. I want to.
Whatever you think, I know that I could not possibly kill Holly.
But you were fortunate that I came in when I did, weren't you?
I was.
And aren't you grateful to me?
Very grateful. For many things.
Such as?
Your honesty. Your beauty.
And? Be honest. My resemblance to...
Yes, your resemblance to Erica.
Jean-Paul, I am Erica. Enter the family retainer.
What is it, Raxel?
I was just checking the house for the night, making sure all the lights were out.
Roxel, you seem to be having difficulty distinguishing between reality and play acting. I am not Erica. Am I, Jean-Paul? But then I wasn't Lady Macbeth or Lady Windermere. I suggest, Roxel, that when you enter a room, you choose a better line than seeing that the lights are out.
What do you mean by that, Miss Waller?
You may go along, Raxel.
No, wait. Roxel, you're so serious. I mean that life is a play, a game. Only those that make their roles believable survive.
I think you're confusing her.
No one confuses me, Master. Least of all this one. Good night, Miss Waller.
Good night, Roxel. And well spoken, that last line. When you kissed me just now, I wasn't acting. And I suspect that you weren't either. And you know that I'm not Erica. Poor Holly.
Philip? Did you call me? Philip! No. He's not here. I'm glad he's not here. Quito. Oh, it's all right. I was just having a dream. I don't believe in dreams. Do you? Come on in. Sit on the bed. Quito, you've always risked your life for me. You've always guarded me, and now... Quito, hold my hand. There are some people who think you're strange. People who are afraid of you, but sometimes the people who seem strange are the ones we can depend on most. Sometimes the only ones. Oh, Quito, I'm so miserable. If you knew a way to end this, for you and for me, would you do it? Quito, would you take me away from here? You see, I try to pretend that I don't love him. But I do. Oh, Quito, take me to Philip. Please take me to Philip. I don't care where.
Jean-Paul, it was a wonderful night. And there will be others. Tell me there will be.
I don't know. I don't feel I have the right to ask anyone to love me.
We all have a right to love.
But not to endanger someone.
I'm not endangered. Look at me. Do I look terribly afraid or happy?
Happy?
As a child. If it is a dream, then we must follow it, Jean-Paul, and disregard all caution, as lovers have always done. Oh, did I call us lovers? Forgive me. Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight.
Juliet.
And her Romeo. And she was a child, and yet she dared ask, dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. In truth, I am too fond. Therefore thou must think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those more cunning to be strange.
By yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all the fruit tree tops.
Yes, those are the words. And you said them beautifully. Good night. Good night. But no more of Romeo and Juliet, though I do like them. Because as you recall, Jean-Paul, they loved each other. And then they died together.